Welcome to the Toasty Podcast. My name's Skye. There's Matty B.
What's up, guys?
Over there in the corner. And we have Nolan on today. One of my best friends.
What's up, guys?
Actually, I'm pretty sure our moms were in the hospital giving each other's high fives when they were giving us birth because, like,
Giving
we're
us
friends
birth?
since birth, buddy. Friends since birth. Anyway,
Hey, we got like
I don't like that
another-
look, Missy. Get out of here.
You got another wall going.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dude,
Yep.
it's
Making
it's
some
upgrading,
progress.
man. The lamp's not on.
Does look good.
Hey, Missy, can you do me a favor? Can you turn that lamp on?
From the top, turn the lamp on.
Anyway, what I was saying is, when it's too hot, you know how they say that? Oh, it's too hot. Oh my God. I guess they mean like it's too high on volume or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But-
Mike's hot.
Huh?
The
And it
mic's
makes
hot?
it hot.
Yeah.
It literally does make it hot. But when you hear it in your headphones, I don't know if it's headphones getting hot or what. I feel it like I have this weird feeling in my head. Like it's like
I discovered this about
Ugh.
Skye yesterday. He cannot stand his ears being hot. So he
Maybe
hates
that-
it.
maybe
It's
that
his
plays it.
biggest thing.
it's
One
a
of
pet
those-
peeve,
This is
man.
not a last night type deal. This
How
is
is
just in passing
okay? Hold on,
conversation.
that's not a pet peeve. Pet peeve is like someone not using their turn signal or like someone not doing the dishes or something like that. Like your ears being hot.
So what is the?
That's not. That's just you being weird, dude.
Oh God.
dramatic.
Okay, whatever.
Very dramatic.
Anyway.
Yeah, dramatic. That's a good word.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Okay, we're good.
Where
I thought
are
I
we?
may have pressed the space bar, the infamous space bar.
it shouldn't do anything.
Okay,
well,
there's no
actually,
hotkeys.
I don't know. It's not supposed
Oh,
to.
I brought up some sort of window. Okay. we're good.
What are we doing here, man?
We're set.
If you want to bring up Chrome, you can, and just leave that all, just chilling or whatever.
Should I just Google guns?
Why is everything
Oh.
chrome?
Google guns. We are going to get into guns, but you're excited. aren't you?
I'm ready.
You want to talk
dude.
about guns? Oh, man, I'm so down.
Shoot.
Shoot, boy.
No pun
I told
intended.
so I told him ahead of time because you got to give him some heads up. I was like, we may hit guns. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll
bro,
see.
I can talk about guns all day long.
Yeah, that's why I said that, right?
Well,
But
last
the
time
thing
we
is-
talked before today was we were going to talk about Planned Parenthood, and I was like, okay, we can do it. I did like a little bit of research on Planned Parenthood.
We're not
but
doing that yet.
We're okay.
We're doing that on
We'll
another.
keep it a little bit more
we
chill.
just had a freaking huge rotor fraud spill. I can't do another intense topic yet.
Yeah.
So what I'm
No,
doing
I'm
is
cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Skye is
whatever.
unbiased. You gotta remember.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it unbiased.
I don't like your tone. But also, Planned Parenthood is a big topic, and I want to cover it later.
That's huge.
It's a deep dive.
It is.
Because
I
you're
was
going-
going to say I
you're
didn't
gonna-
do nearly enough
was-
research.
yeah.
No. You had to go all the way from like the 40s anyway.
No, earlier.
Earlier than that.
Yeah, it started in the 20s.
The 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking
Early
flapping
20s.
20s or
What was
roaring
her name?
20s. Whatever it
Mary
is.
something was her name?
Margaret Sanger.
Margaret Sanger, that's right.
Oh, okay, well, we're talking about it. Yeah, we're getting into it. Let's just get into it now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's a forecast for next episode,
Yeah.
maybe.
That is definitely got to do tons of research on that.
So, wowzers, yeah. Oh, dude, by the way, so podcast hit me up. I think I've told you guys this. I don't know, whatever. Garage Noise.
Yeah.
I have to give them a shout out because
Those guys are funny.
Dude,
They are. You listen to them?
You played them for me.
Yeah. No, they're
in
hilarious.
The shop. It was pretty funny.
It's interesting. They have all four guys. Train's coming. All four guys like on there, just talking. That's it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my gosh,
being
this is
guys
hilarious.
talking about cars.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool.
funny. I like it.
It's like a more vulgar and car-oriented version of Louder with Crowder. Like that many people.
Oh, there you go. There you
know
go.
what I mean? There's a lot of different input,
Because
different
I was
voices.
thinking like, yeah, that's a good point. Well, they all want to come over here, and obviously want to do like a swap cast where we're gonna go over there at some point.
Are they going
they're
to bring
gonna come
like
over
half
here.
their studio over?
Now I don't know because like I'm thinking like, bro, we're small time here, man. I got to get mics and stuff for them. Like I don't have anything. Honestly, if they're listening, BYOM, bring your own mic or whatever. So we'll see. I'll keep in touch with them. It may happen 2 weeks from now or whatever. We'll see. So yeah, that's cool. There's a little update for the podcast.
On the side of networking, podcast networking.
Yeah, I don't know how big they are, and honestly, I guess it doesn't really matter. But I'm just saying,
Matter,
like,
dude. Getting out there, like
if
that's
we
awesome.
can, like,
Mhm.
yeah, if we can,
It
like,
really is.
just start talking to people and have it happen, They said it'll be interesting because they talk politics. They never talk politics, so I'm not sure,
Who said it's interesting? Because they
The
talk
guy,
politics?
he was on there. He's
Oh.
like, yeah, I mean, they only do politics, but it's interesting, and I think that they'll bring up a lot of interesting.
Oh, they said that about
conversation.
you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the other dude on there, one of the funny guys, was just like, yeah, no, the fuck, we aren't going to listen to what you say. And I was like, what the hell? It's crazy.
Whatever. I mean, I like
Those are quotes by him.
I like people that are not like too into politics or too like politically minded, just because they're gonna have a different viewpoint than
Well, that is the whole point of this podcast, right? So I agree.
It's something I
cool.
haven't heard before, most likely. You know what I mean? Because I listen to a lot of politics on both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah, I heard one. They were doing like they just got into the topic of legalizing drugs, and they were kind of against it. And I was like, ooh, this is good. This is juicy. You know, because
Socially
like
conservative.
we have a whole podcast on the fact that we should legalize drugs. So
This is garage noise.
yeah, garage noise.
wow.
They just started talking about it.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, come on, guys, get into it, right? You're talking about whatever, and you're like, oh, you get high? Oh, I don't get high, you know? Yeah. Anyway, dude.
So for those of you listening, I've listened to maybe 2 podcasts in my entire life. So this is brand new,
yeah.
first podcast.
This is your first time. It's a
First
first
time?
timer. We got a
First
first
time?
timer. You know what? I have a lot of first timers on the podcast, and when they leave, they're like, that was fun. I want to do it again.
It
I'm
is
already having
fun.
fun.
We're just chilling.
it's cool, man.
It's a normal conversation, except you get to hear your own voice a little bit louder.
Right?
So.
Yeah. And I told
which
him,
I'm not yet a fan of.
I told
but
him,
You'll
it's
get used to it
intimate.
for
That's
sure.
what I told him. Because the thing is like, even though we're in this place that's loud, you know, and like kind of echoey, right? Like anyone that's listening outside will be like, what the heck? We hear it like we're like right here, you know?
Yeah, like you're whispering in my ear. Hey, Skye.
Yeah.
Are we doing ASMR now? Or?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Dude, sweet headphones, dude, by the way.
Yeah, they're new. Do y'all like them? Do you like this style?
Very shiny.
Can you see?
Bro, that's sweet, man.
Straight off the boat of China.
Dude,
Hey, man.
did
If
they come
it's,
with COVID-19 or what, dude?
doesn't matter. I already got it.
God.
Got it, trumped it, moved on.
Oh, yeah, you actually did, yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot
I
about
really
that.
did.
Yeah.
I had it for like 2 days.
Coffee break.
Yeah. That was lame. We both took
Don't
sips
go
at the same
big.
time.
We all did it, dude. It's crazy, man.
Golly.
Hey, Ronections, dude. What are you going to do?
Oh, man.
What are you going to do, man?
It's all like, I've heard that if you are sitting next to someone, especially someone that you're close to, like not just physically, but you know, you spend a lot of time with that person, you will pick up similar habits.
Bro, yeah. Have you heard of the freaking period thing? Like, women will be, like, live with the same people. Sorry. Why was that weird?
Number one,
That-
the
Easy.
period thing.
I don't know what you call
Let's
it.
ease into it,
sorry,
man.
Yeah,
sorry, dude. Sorry.
That's like-
So, this isn't good.
Let's
Hold
just-
on,
let's just-
hold on.
why don't you
Hold
just
on.
say, hey,
Extreme
women,
example
sometimes when
that you could
women,
have possibly given.
yeah, sometimes when women
What
live
I-
together or spend enough time together, their lunar cycles can.
Thank you. There you go. Sorry, I didn't know how to freaking say it weird or good
Whatever,
or whatever.
dude. No, there's no.
What I don't like-
There's no non-weird.
There's,
way to-
the reason we're all reacting like
about
this
it.
right now is because Missy's there. Obviously, if she
My
was
wife
there,
is
we'd all be chilling.
unseen off camera.
Speaking of which,
cracking
I heard you're like an amazing cook.
Really?
Yeah. Skye all the time is like, Missy cooks this and she cooks that. And he brought food last time and ate it during the podcast.
Right? Yeah. Oh, sadly,
Very
guys,
professional.
I had to be honest with the podcast.
Toasty
not
podcast
releasing-
sole caterer. There
Yeah,
you go.
there
Missy
we go.
Willmon.
Missy, what are we gonna call it? Missy's. That's it.
Missy.
la-
Missy B's.
last podcast episode, the one before we actually did it, the actual last podcast episode that we didn't release. We're not gonna release. I just want to let people know. That's all.
Wait.
Just a little announcement.
Which
the one we
one
did with
are-
Elias. We're
Oh,
not releasing the one
man.
with Elias.
We
The
need
one
to
where
redo that one.
The one where I ate
We
food
need-
and was like, "Missy's amazing."
Oh, yeah, I totally
can't
forgot
do
about that.
Because like, the thing is like,
All you hear is you smacking.
no, actually,
Oh.
not even close. It's crazy loud. Like, it's
Yeah.
so loud that it's not loud. It's just like, it's like constant, like
Overbearing.
freaking overbearing noise.
Well, we need to
So-
redo the one with Elias anyways, and we need to like put like give him like an electric shock and make him tell the
alright, I was
truth.
about to say.
I
hold on a
want-
second.
I want the juice with Elias.
Oh, is this the? Yeah,
Maybe we can do
talk
it
about-
and only use his first name, and like I don't know, you're against like blurring out the face, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
luckily Elias is like a nickname, so that's good.
Yeah.
No one even knows.
I mean,
Is
it's
this
the guy
also
from-
You know what? I
Venezuela?
also was mad.
El Salvador.
El Salvador, that's
You know what?
right.
I was also mad because I didn't get to talk to him about his kid.
yeah.
He has a kid, and we didn't even bring it
He's a
up.
child.
I didn't even know. I didn't even remember.
Is he the?
that.
Is he the? No, he's the second dad we would have had on the podcast.
Is he?
Because Rory,
Oh, right.
I
Rory,
think that's
right. Hmm.
your brother didn't have any kids, right?
He does.
He does. So he's
Yeah.
so he would have been the third.
That was awkward. Sorry, Kai.
Moving
Love
on.
you. I remember you have kids. so,
Don't forget
okay.
you're an uncle.
so yes, I am. Yes, I am. Wow. Cool, man. The other thing I wanted to talk about with dealerships. That's another thing. You know,
dealership life.
he works at Grapevine Sewell, and he does the same thing as me. He's an advisor. you
Okay.
know? So he gets to see that world.
Little rivalry
of,
going on in the house right now.
So Sewell BMW
Yes,
or
Sewell BMW.
Okay.
Not really.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We talk about like customers that go here and there, and like it's funny.
Do you guys know any like mutual customers that you both have?
They're never mutual.
That'd be hilarious.
They're never mutual. They're always.
We actually had one just a couple days ago.
The Arlington Advantage customers, as I like to call them, because they take advantage of Arlington.
That's right.
And then they go to school
Yeah,
with the IDIAG, right?
exactly.
The free diagnosis.
That's what
and go
makes
somewhere
sense.
else.
So honestly,
why
it's-
would it not, right? A smart human being. I honestly can't.
Oh, I would take advantage of it for sure.
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
get
Who
mad,
wouldn't?
but then I'm like, okay, if I was in the same situation, what would I do?
It's honestly very interesting because not only do we work at two competing dealerships, we work at two competing dealerships in the same area that have two completely different business plans and tactics.
Oh yeah,
The
one's
whole
really
business-
good, and
it-
one's
one-
really really not
Well,
good.
it's
Oh,
not
wow,
even.
that's
It's not even.
I'm saying Sewell's the good one, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think BMW Arlington is going to close within 6 months. It's going to be sold. It's going to be like a Kia dealership.
You heard it straight
That's-
from Matt.
that's my
You heard it here
prediction.
first. We actually think that
I mean,
it might be
to be
sold.
honest,
Here's the thing.
I don't see how y'all are still like going to open tomorrow, but
What I don't
mean, we've been
understand.
downsizing since I started. We had like what 45, 50 techs when I first started. Now we're
Yeah.
down to like 30, 28.
Not even 30, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is that I don't know. I don't really know because Group 1, it supposedly were one of the 5 flagship stores.
BMW Burlington,
Yeah, then how are we?
I think they just tell us that so we don't quit.
it's very possible.
I mean, it's super possible, right? Because corporate doesn't even tell us what they're going to do tomorrow.
Nah.
They'll tell the GM, oh, we need to fire 10 people. Really? Today? Yeah, today,
Wow, today? Like that short notice, you think? I don't know.
They have calls. They literally have conference calls like every day now.
Yeah, well, if they're cutting that many
constant.
people, it's like,
It's constant.
Well, I
You
mean,
know,
I,
BJ
I
was
get,
on one today.
I get trying to be, because each market, whatever market it is, they need their top guys. They charge whatever they want because people are willing to pay it, and they give the service that they demand, that people pay for.
For sure.
And then you have the other kind of low end.
Oh, they demand it all right.
Yeah, you have the low end where people go just to get the best price and the cheapest possible, essentially, for the necessary stuff. But why, like, BMW Arlington is going so extreme. They did $10 oil changes, brake fluid, and alignments, correct? For a day.
Yeah,
You
we
had
did
like
that.
200 appointments.
We did that,
That's
man. It
insane.
was crazy. It was dumb.
That is absolutely insane.
that's desperate, is what it is.
It's $200 for an alignment. At least it's $200 at minimum cheaper than any other dealership in the area.
I mean, and the reason we got was because the new GM didn't think we could bring customers in. The
Oh, you
problem
can
is
bring
that
bring customers in, but they're going to
can't.
be like
Correct.
the
Of course.
dollar
Like, wait a
alignment
second.
type of people.
Wait a second,
You know what
right?
I mean?
And then I'm like, why did you do that?
Well, of course you can bring people
But
in
BJ
by
was
saying,
proving a point,
we're giving away
apparently. I don't
essentially
know.
free stuff.
Right? He was saying, hey, we can do it.
But
Here
that's
it is.
all they're going
Right.
to do. They're
Why
And that's
would that?
exactly what happened. They came in,
they're
they
gonna
got
pay
their,
their $30 and peace out.
and then we never. Yeah,
I
never
haven't
saw them again.
seen.
I think I
I've
maybe sold like one coolant flush out of all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen one,
It's
maybe
rough.
2 customers out of it.
But
again.
we had a guy. He comes in last week. Says, "Hey, I've helped him before. He's been to our dealership 27 times since we opened in 3 years.
Wow.
That's
a lot.
He walks in the dealership and he's like, "Hey,
What's a
I'm
real
having an
one?
issue with my car." He's got a F10 5 Series, and walks in. He's like, "Hey, I just got back from BMW Arlington. I'm having an issue. Just had them diagnose it because he literally says because they do free diagnosis, and then I come here. Whatever they find out, I come here because I want to check to see if it's covered under my extended warranty." And then he has us do the work.
And I told him that it was covered, and I had an RO open on this customer,
Yeah.
ready. And I said, "Hey, you
Wow.
need to call the extended warranty."
And y'all
let
had
them
to-
know
did y'all have
because
him in a
I
loan
called
car?
him and it was on hold, and he was waiting for it. And I was like, "Why are you waiting for this?" And then I was like, "Give me 20 minutes. I can put you in a loan car. I don't have time." Okay, I'm gonna keep the RO open then. Call your warranty, and on Monday, because it was Saturday evening, it was almost 5 o'clock. On Monday, give him a call. Well, on Monday, he goes to Sewell. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No shocker there. So I'm just going to look
Crazy.
up Google reviews at both dealerships because I'm interested.
Oh, I got one. I got a good one the other day, actually.
How good have your reviews been, Skye?
I had a bad
don't wanna
review.
talk
I had a
about
bad review because a guy complained because I asked him for a review.
Not many people like.
Not kidding,
Not
dude.
really many people. We don't ever urge people to leave Google or Yelp reviews.
No, because the
reviews or
thing
anything.
is you guys don't get paid off CSI.
we,
Is
well,
it
we do get paid off
2
CSI.
Ls, right?
CSI, not
no,
Google reviews.
3.
No,
We have
but you
3
get paid
Ls.
off MPS.
Yeah, of course.
What do
We
you
get bonuses.
solely? You get a bonus.
we get bonuses.
We get solely paid off of MPS. Solely. Like, so all of our spiffs, everything, spiff, every
Anything substantial.
anything except for the salary
Yeah.
is on that. And if I don't make every single NPS, so basically the whole region, market, and nation, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear they do that so they don't want to pay us. Because it doesn't. How many times have you hit above all three? At Sewell.
Not
Customer
honestly very many.
service, freaking oriented
We're
place.
honestly up until COVID. Honestly, we started doing really well with COVID. I don't really know why or how, but previous to that, we were typically lower end, like towards around national. We usually beat national, but that's about it. Region and market are always crazy high because you hear BMW Arlington and Classic usually are the two that I hear the most that are just, telling people, hey, what do I need to do to
Make this
give me a
survey
10,
happen.
make a survey
Yeah.
happen, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
we
do
will
it.
literally get fired if we say anything other than, can you please fill this survey out? It's really important to us. I look forward to reading your comments.
That's
is,
it.
Is
Yeah.
what we're supposed
and
to
that,
say.
You know what? That makes
We will
sense,
get
and I agree with that.
Instantaneous, no warnings. We'll get instantly fired.
It
if
makes
we say
sense,
anything.
dude. If they just change, the pay structure makes it to where I'm like begging for a survey because I actually need it for a freaking
Yeah.
paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well-
did all that work last month and nothing happened.
And I will
didn't
say,
make it.
I
We
will
didn't
say,
make
when
it.
I first started, we had a lot more money riding on CSI. It's not that they actually went away from that. A little bit,
Right.
but so now there's a lot less pressure. However, we still have a decent amount of money
Okay.
on it.
But what happens whenever you get one bad review? You get talked to. You get talk about it. Figure out how to fix it. What happens?
Yeah, they just pull us in. If it's a really bad one, like to us personally, like the advisor did something wrong,
Yeah.
they'll pull us in and be like, hey, what happened to this one? Now, if it's a detractor and they say, oh, BMW's expensive or BMW's unreliable or something like that, they don't really care.
Or you ask me for a survey.
Yeah,
which
no,
wouldn't happen there.
No,
You
if
fired,
we get
but-
if we get several in a row that say that, they'll come in and they'll go over your word track and all that stuff because our whole idea is that by saying I look forward to reading your comments is trying your
Yep.
best to get
Yeah.
across that I personally have a stake in what you write.
right, and that
And that someone's
should-
going to be reading them. It's not just.
It's that guilty conscience thing,
Jeez,
right?
we have 596 Google reviews.
Yeah, and
Is that
Wow.
surprising to you?
so yeah,
It
596
honestly is for being open for 3 years.
at 4
I don't-
point,
That's a lot.
4.5. We have 4.7 and 3,600.
I'm more surprised by that.
Yeah, me too. Frankly, yeah.
Much more surprised.
Well, it's the freaking forced thing here. But
I think
also-
it's also the fact that we do have free diag and we do have loan cars.
Your value is
dumb,
incredible
dude.
for the customer.
Dumb.
Your value is incredible.
because it has to be because our customers are in such a low demographic.
right.
Yeah, I mean, and
Constantly
you
ask for
still
more.
have loan cars. It's not like it's impossible to get a loan car at BMW Arlington.
Right now it is, but yeah,
Well, I mean, most times.
most times, yeah.
But $50 for an oil change for any car. I mean,
Well,
I can't,
now it's 70. Hold on. Whew. Everyone listening, it's $70 plus
okay.
tax.
It's been $50 since for 3 years.
I know. I just got to
so
make that
yeah.
clear because people
it
have
is now
asked and they get mad.
$70 for an oil change.
Dude.
I doubt I could even take my truck, my 2001 truck, to Quick Lube and get something for $70.
And we have people come in 3 Series that are 2014 plus, and they say, "Oh, you changed it? Okay, I'll go somewhere else." That's happened.
Yeah.
3
Whereas
times.
we charge the minimum on our 4-cylinders, we charge $125
for an oil change.
for 4-cylinder. 6-cylinders are 143,
Mm-hmm.
and V8s are 182 plus.
Boom. And you know what? It makes sense because the oil costs freaking money.
Yeah,
It's all oil. Nothing changes in those prices besides the oil amount.
I stopped even
'Cause
trying to
V8s,
explain it.
Yeah, V8s hold like 10 liters of oil. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll-
And they'll
that's a
say,
lot.
"Oh, it changed. Wow," and I'll be like, "Yeah, we are actually losing money. We still are." I don't even care. I just throw it out there because you know what? If they're just gonna get an oil change and leave, but they have 10 other services due, come on, man.
Y'all
Mm-hmm.
still charge $70 for diesel oil changes, right?
with no DEF. Yes.
Yeah, with no
okay,
DEF.
that was my next question. What do
DF
y'all
is
charge for
supposed to
DEF?
be double. Now it
Double.
might still be
We
$100,
charge
but
$275 for diesel oil changes.
Wow.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
People only knew. People only knew. Or the thing is, though, with the vast majority of BMW customers, it's not that they don't know or how to do an oil change; it's that they don't have time. Their time is extremely valuable.
With
most,
the real,
yeah. anyone with a 2014 newer, their time is valuable.
Right.
Well,
You know?
and I would also argue
Right.
that we live in the city. Not a lot of people have the space to hold the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
generally on cars, you need at least a floor jack and maybe some jack stands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you also have to think of it that way. Yeah, most of them could, but it's not worth it to them.
Exactly.
I'm a firm believer that it's like not worth it to do your own oil change.
I'm-
It's not. It's
I
not.
know-
worth it. I mean,
the
not
only
anymore.
one
Come
I do it
dude.
on
It's
the only
not.
one I do it on my truck is because I don't have to mess with floor jacks or anything. I literally
Yeah.
crawl up under there, take out the drain plug, let
Yeah.
it drain out, and then put it back in. And that's it. That's the only dirty part I have to do.
I mean, Toyota charges
It's so easy.
$67, right? If I go to O'Reilly's
Yeah.
and get O'Reilly's brand everything, it's
$30.
It's $44. So I'm like $44 versus 67. I'm paying.
Jeez.
I'm just gonna go get it done.
Yeah, I was gonna say the labor with
It's not
most
worth
like
it.
with
It's
Jiffy
like,
Lube, it's like
it's
the
not
labor's
worth
like $10 for an oil change.
Right.
And then you're just paying for oil.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
So
get
it's totally
Toyota
worth it.
oil.
It's like, yeah, I don't have to.
I mean, I know
do
it's not
anything.
that different. I get it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually just do them at work now. It is the best. There are a lot of perks to working at a dealership.
Oh yeah.
Lots of perks.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
'Cause,
Any dealership there is.
Absolutely.
Think about important your car is for every person, and now you have connections to people who can work on it, to people who can buy it from.
Yeah.
Get insane deals on anything, parts.
You guys might. I think that a lot of dealerships actually end up screwing their employees, but it's cool.
How so?
Well, so you get perks for working on your own car and stuff, and parts normally does. The buying cars thing is the main part that ends up screwing you anyway. Because
How
like
so?
Group 1 doesn't give you a good discount, and sometimes they don't even give you a
We get
discount.
an incredible discount.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Group 1 specifically, and it literally depends on who you talk to. And after you do it for a little while, you're like, this is dumb.
It's still probably 99% up to the salesperson.
It definitely. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
because
got to be, right?
they're still getting their commission on
And
what,
we
what you
used
buy
to
it
we used
for.
to we used to bypass them and go to Brennan, but Brennan is now he was the sales manager.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's a GM of Cadillac, so we can't
You ain't
do
got
that
time for
anymore.
that.
He was cool, and
Yeah.
he would give us deals.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's also, I don't know. I feel like it's also who you know and which brand you work for. Because when I worked for Volkswagen, I sold Volkswagens for 3 years, and we had a 13 or 13.5% discount off invoice price
Right. So what the
for a
In
new
the- like the
vehicle.
so what it was
MSRP is?
ordered for?
No,
Not
invoice
even-
price.
Yeah. So what it was ordered
what
for?
the dealership buys it
Yeah.
for.
Oh, you
we
got
get
off that?
13% off
That's
that.
insane.
Oh, wow. That is insane. So,
Yeah.
Holy crap.
for pre-owned cars, it's $250 more than what the dealership has in it. So what they bought the car for, say they do brakes and tires, you add that, add $250, and that's it.
Is that for like a pre-owned car?
That's pre-owned.
Okay. That's
for
really good.
Yeah, it's not bad. The markup on pre-owned cars is not nearly as high as a lot of people think they are,
Yeah,
except
it's
for really once you get into the $80,000 plus pre-owned cars like your M760s,
Right,
so
yeah.
then the markup can get pretty high. But we looked at when we were looking for Missy a car, we looked at the Jeep SRT Grand Cherokees,
Oh, cool.
and we had one at work and it was sweet. We test drove it, loved it, and I think we're asking like $58,000 out the door. So this is out the door with taxes and everything. We got it discounted to like 56, 57. So it ended up being like $3-4 grand off. But I was for a $50-something-thousand car. I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but so I was honestly pretty surprised. I talked to them and they're like, "Yeah, the markup honestly is not that high on pre-owned cars."
Yeah,
But-
it really depends. With Jeeps, I feel like there's so many of them that they kind of have to play ball because everybody's on the internet now. When I worked at Autobahn, their pre-owned made bank, like because they would get all sorts of
But don't get me wrong,
uncommon cars.
They still make
I think they make
Crazy
money
money.
regardless,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't think there's a lot of markup.
Yeah.
I think they make money because like
It-
it's not markup.
Depends
that,
depends
like,
on the car. I think it depends on the individual
You think?
car.
It
yeah,
definitely
for sure,
does.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, like because on a
because
new car,
we
you're
would
not
get
making,
a Porsche GT3 RS pre-owned. Like how many of those pre-owned are out
Oh,
there?
yeah.
That's
Well,
not.
you could-
that's like 80 grand.
you could
plus,
mark
right?
one of
teal.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least.
You could mark one of those up $30,000-$40,000
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
But all your pretty basic cars,
Yeah,
like
the normal
your
ones,
X3s,
right?
your
All the
X5s.
Jeeps.
Yeah, exactly.
All the
That's what
basic
I'm saying.
BMWs, basic
Yeah.
BMWs.
Pretty-
you-
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Markup.
When I worked at Autobahn, the best Porsche deal, brand new Porsche deal that I ever saw for the dealership was they grossed 20 grand off of one car. Like
Wow.
all said
I've-
and done,
Um,
they bought it for this amount, sold it for 20 grand more.
I've seen salespeople make that much on one car.
Oh, on commission? That's crazy.
Sewell is insane.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
Sewell's insane, dude. Sewell is like, well, you've seen salespeople or one person called Brian
salesperson.
Baker.
No,
Bacon because he makes a lot of money. But yeah.
No, actually, it wasn't him. It was.
Oh, okay.
What car did you sell?
It's crazy, man.
Oh, that was probably an M760 or something. Some guy just walked in and paid
Huh.
cash for it, which
Audubon pays
happens a lot.
$1,000 for every 7 Series for BMW sales associates. Every 7 Series you sell flat
Oh,
$1,000.
BMW just gives it to you.
Really?
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, that's your commission. It's a flat commission.
It's probably like a spiff from
certain
BMW
dealerships.
itself.
Really? We get
Probably.
so our salesmen get like $200 flat fee no matter what for any car they sell.
Yeah,
It's
called
crap.
It's called the Mini.
That's
It's crap,
that's because you're
It's because you're not making money.
yeah.
on the
There's
car.
there's no gross on
dude.
it.
That's I don't know. The guy I know that like doesn't usually say this. He's not usually a salesman to me. He just says, yeah, we make $200 every single car no matter what.
Yeah, because they're not making money on the cars. Every dealership does the same thing. We do it. If the dealership loses money, or you sell it for what you paid for, or whatever, or you don't make. I think ours is $250 for a Mini.
So you're telling me every car they sell is that way?
No. If it's higher than that, they get paid off the
Percentage of
He
gross.
said so. He
margin.
told me, he said, off the actual car, he's like, I get $200 no matter what. He said the only thing I can make money on is the warranties. That's what he said.
Oh,
The salesman said that.
Yeah. Or package. He said added on packages. I mean, what do you mean, like sports packages?
That could be-
He's like, no, like
warranties,
literally warranties and
maintenance
everything else. I'm
plans.
like,
Yeah,
what
well,
the-
some dealerships do dealer ads too. Well, they'll like etch the VIN number in the
He
window,
said-
or
he
they'll
said it
tint the
sucks.
windows and charge for that automatically.
He has his own side business.
Nitrogen in the tires.
And he does
I-
auctioning cars. So he makes money elsewhere,
interesting.
but he's like,
Hmm.
no, we
I
don't
I
really.
don't see why a dealership would be able to
How would
stop
they
you
be
from
able
making
to-
commission. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Well, they stop
but-
us from making commission when we don't get hit MPS.
You're not a salesperson.
I don't know, man. They say I'm a salesperson.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a Mini to me. That sounds like something that they're just a car that they're not making money on, so they just throw him $200 for his time. And that's very common.
Yeah, they may not
But-
even. Well, for BMW at Arlington, yeah.
None
Yeah.
of us have been in the sales though, so
I'll say
we don't
this.
really know what we're
I
talking
was
He
in,
has.
I was
He
in
was a-
sales
Oh,
for
you
3
were?
years.
He was a
Oh, my
3
bad,
years.
my bad,
Yeah, yeah.
my bad.
3-year
3 years.
Volkswagen.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
veteran,
Volkswagen.
brother.
That 20
kidding.
grand commission. That's probably the gross at the. That's probably gross.
You think?
Yeah, because no salesman gets 20 grand off one deal. Not even so. The number one Land Rover salesman in the nation is at Audubon.
Yeah,
Land
I've
Rover.
heard of him.
He makes about, I think he makes like $1.5 million a year,
He's another Brian Baker, pretty much.
and
That's what he is.
he gets $1,000 a car.
Yeah.
He just sells that many cars.
Yeah,
He has a lot of
yeah.
overseas deals and stuff like that. His dad knows some people in.
It's just
Well,
weird.
Middle East.
I've
that-
definitely-
Yeah.
I've definitely heard of people making well over $1,000 a car, but
It's
That's
pretty
weird.
common. It depends on
Yeah.
the brand as well. And like with Volkswagen, the Volkswagen of America would give me a spiff. They would give me like $100, $50, depending on which car I sold.
Yeah.
Came on this little prepaid Visa card, and that was like, a few $1,000s a year, just on that little card. So
yeah, that's nice.
I don't know, man, but I'll tell you this: the new GM is selling a lot of cars.
Yeah, now the
He's
thing is,
pushing
now
cars,
he is.
dude.
Now that can only last so long.
You think
You
so?
can only give away so many cars before it's like, okay,
Is
well,
he selling cars or is he?
I don't know.
he's giving them away.
He's
Yeah.
giving them away probably, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just
I don't
saying
know.
he has a
It's
lot of
interesting.
friends come in, and we're selling cars like crazy.
If he's getting
And
people
it's like,
out
oh
of
my
their
gosh.
1-year lease and into a new lease from luxury car to luxury car, there's no way he's making money. Because he's buying them out of their lease, so he's paying another 12 months of payments or 24 months of payments.
well, I will say sometimes BMW
move
does
a-
like
to move a
special little
unit.
things.
So
where they do
BMW
early,
a lot of times on the
early
back end will make it
leasing
up
to
to the
pay it.
dealership for
Yeah.
doing whatever
yeah,
random
so
thing.
the way car dealerships make their money on the front end is like they might scrape by, but they might make a little bit off gross of that car. But with Volkswagen, this is what I know. So with Volkswagen, if we hit our quarterly quota from Volkswagen of America, which is pretty low, they give us 40 grand per quarter for every 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's just Volkswagen. That's a pretty cheap,
Yeah,
inexpensive, I should say, brand. For BMW, it's probably more like $100,000 every quarter. Just here you go, sales department, way to sell 50 cars in a quarter or whatever.
I
It's,
don't know,
it's
man.
usually pretty low.
I was talking to him about this, and BMW is becoming the new Audi, dude.
Well, BMW is becoming a lot more mainstream.
They're like switching
yeah.
them up.
Well, it's attainable.
Yeah,
It's the first
exactly.
attainable luxury brand.
yeah, people.
I mean, Mercedes is in the same price point, but people want BMW.
And you know
Yeah.
why? I don't know if it's BMW necessarily. All the other brands caught up though. Like as far as price goes, any other car you can now pretty much any other brand you can compare.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
prices.
Mercedes
Oh,
A-Class.
Not even that.
Those
Freaking
start in the 20s.
even like I don't know about Toyota. Toyota does that too though. They have some
Lexus.
cars that are expensive. Lexus, of course, Then we have Ford and Chevy, and our domestic brands are getting more expensive.
Well,
like crazy.
I would say GMC is becoming a luxury brand. They're becoming its own luxury truck brand.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like
right.
it's like the Lexus of Lexus is to Toyota, GMC is to Chevy.
Yeah,
Al-
they're like,
almost,
they're
not
finally
quite
get
to
to where
that
they're
extent.
almost
Cadillac
separating,
is
like-
Yeah.
Right.
premium luxury brand, but GMC is the luxury truck brand. 'Cause they only make SUVs and trucks. Nothing smaller than a I guess compact SUV, maybe. I don't even know if they make
have a
compact.
Terrain, which is I guess a compact-ish
Yeah.
SUV.
Oh,
They don't have
yeah.
any cars or anything.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
cars.
Interesting.
It's like BMW was the opposite. All they made was sports cars and sedans.
And that's it.
And then they were like, let's
Luxury
just make a
sedan.
coupe. Let's just make a coupe.
Yeah.
And then the Z3, I guess, came out.
Oh yeah, Roadster.
Yeah. And then they were like, okay, well, I guess let's make an SUV. And then they came out with the X5, and that was a
Yep.
smash.
Well, I mean, with
And
the
then-
coupe,
It was a
I mean, they
freaking
had the
smash in America.
507 way back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
So, I
the
mean, it
Roadster
had something
thing
to
was
come off
normal,
of,
right? But like for me, and
It's the X1s and the X2s for
long
me.
coupes were normal, and then they started doing the thing where they split off all the series into coupe series and sedan
Yeah.
series,
Mm-hmm.
and then they started doing the whole freaking every X series now. It's
And then
too
they
much.
bought
It's
Mini
too
Cooper and were
much.
like, hey, keep developing compact cars. And then they were like, all right, we're going to take that technology and put a BMW badge on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we
Yeah.
have the X1,
X1
X2,
is like,
and
ugh.
the
and
BMW.
the 2 Series.
I was going to say the
Grand
2
Coupe.
Series.
The first time I
Just
saw
an
a
awful
rental
car.
agency bring an X1 over, I was like, "Oh, we're
That
doomed."
is, I mean, catering to the masses in its finest
You know
is
what I mean?
that 2 Series Grand Coupe. I mean, can you
Yeah.
think of a better daughter's car, like rich dude's daughter's
Yeah,
car? You know?
absolutely.
Like that's
I mean,
that's it.
it was like Jettas, like every rich, or a Tiguan, and now it's
Dude.
like,
Yeah.
nope.
And
Going
here
with
we
the 2
are.
Series
Now,
Grand
here's what I'll
Coupe
say,
series.
man. I mean, is it like that in Europe? I think that BMW.
Absolutely not.
No.
What?
No.
I thought they were like taxis over there.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, they're not
That's what I'm
luxury
saying.
brands.
No, they're not. They're just like
Mercedes,
everywhere.
BMW,
Yeah,
and
they're just like whatever,
well,
right?
Porsche is Porsche. You can't. That's like the league of their own as far as like a mass-produced, just really, really good car.
Oh wow, you like Porsche?
Are you kidding? Porsche.
Porsche.
It's a-
It's like the
It's
one time.
German.
Of course, literally the one time I said it wrong.
well,
I'll be honest with you. Usually, I'm like, "It's Porsche, bro." I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry.
I've always
guys,
liked
sorry.
Porsches, and I've always liked Volkswagen Group. You'll never see me talk bad about Volkswagen Group, really. They own Lamborghini, Seat,
You like them?
Porsche,
That's crazy.
VW AG. They own.
Who
They own half the
Man
world.
Who
trucks.
wouldn't
dude.
like Porsche besides
No, I like Porsche, but
Jeremy
Volkswagen-
Clarkson?
Volkswagen
He's like
is
the only one.
They own half the world. dude. That's like
Well,
a
he
freaking-
drives a GTI, so he makes up for it. It's
freaking
okay.
So-
dictatorship out here.
Porsche is right down the street from BMW Grapevine,
Uh-huh.
Porsche Park Place, and it just opened maybe a year after we did, so it's only been open for a couple years. And word on the street when COVID hit, Mr. Sewell just has tons of cash sitting in his pocket. Essentially, he bought Land Rover Jaguar of Austin. Yep, that just opened 3 months ago. So that was cool. Word on the street was that he was trying to buy Mercedes and Porsche from the guy who owns Park Place. I'm forgetting his name. But he's apparently, I don't know for sure, but apparently he's in some sort of contract with Porsche that he has to own that dealership for a certain amount of time before he can sell it.
Mm-hmm.
So he did have a deal with Asbury something. I don't know. It's a big corporate, like Group 1 AutoNation type
Oh, okay.
dealership chain. And he had a deal, and then they pulled out because of COVID. So now we're trying to like
COVID is the
sneak
time to
in there.
buy, in my opinion.
Oh,
Well, that's
oh,
exactly
dude.
what he's
Yeah, a
doing.
lot of people
Yeah.
are desperate to sell. A lot of people are.
But
he's
I
doing,
will
man.
say Porsche, I would, if we all of a sudden own that Porsche dealership, I would put my name in the hat instantaneously.
Mhm.
Because that's a whole step up. That Porsche is,
It's a
generally
whole,
speaking, enthusiast driven. BMW has its enthusiasts.
Yeah, sure.
But probably 75% of our customers are all just normal people that want a nice car. Porsche, they love those cars.
Yeah, you got to want it. And funnily enough, like they're the most reliable cars on the road. Porsches are. They have the least amount of breakdowns, the least amount of complaints about something going wrong in the
because
vehicle.
the ratio, like there's not as many Porsches on the road?
Just some of them catch fire. Some big deal.
You know what I mean?
I think it's per 1,000 cars.
Oh, they just do it? Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
They're
Wow.
really well built. And to be a Porsche technician, you have to go to. So when I went to UTI, I don't know why I was thinking that. Whenever if you want to be a Porsche tech, you have to have perfect 100 attendance. You cannot miss a class, and you have to have your GPA has to be above a 97%.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
even then they don't take everybody.
Right.
It's
For a
the
technician,
most
that's
it's
crazy,
the most
apparently.
exclusive place to work at if you're a technician right out of school.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more stringent than even some of the other exotic brands.
Absolutely
Like,
is.
I-
Yeah.
I met a
BMW.
couple- I met
I
a-
didn't even graduate UTI. Now I'm a BMW
I met
tech.
a Bentley technician the other day. He brought in his E92 M3, and he seems a little bit clueless for being a technician.
That's not good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I had to explain like diagnosis and everything to him, and like he tried to come at me with, this job's only shows 2 frues or 20 frues.
Dude,
I'm
he's
like,
not a tech, dude.
I'm like, well, I mean, you're correct in a way, but this is why we're charging this much. So I was a little bit confused.
Yeah, I feel like he's not a tech.
It was him. He was a Bentley technician, and he brought in his friend, who was another exotic car. I want to say S Mark, but I don't think that was it.
Did he just like come up with stuff
I
and
don't-
come in? I want to be
don't know.
cool. Okay, yeah, let's be cool.
I don't know. He also bought an extended warranty for his 2009 M3 at 125,000 miles.
This guy's
Let me go
not
on the
a
record here.
technician. No.
If you buy an extended warranty, or if you find somebody who's willing to put an extended warranty on your 125,000 mile 11-year-old car, it is not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, not at
it
all.
will not pay for anything.
No. You pay $4,000 for nothing.
Yeah.
Literally
It's-
nothing.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God, $4,000.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Two to
yeah, that's
four- two to
probably
four,
what
right?
that's
Two to
probably
four.
what you're
They
going to
may
pay, with
pay
that
for
car.
things like they're going to cover half of a couple of repairs, but he's still having to pay that. So say he probably paid $3,500 to $4,000 for this warranty. He's now paying $6,000 and is only getting $2,500 in return. So he's literally, it's even. So
Yeah, it's dumb.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's not.
and they
good.
know that.
And if he was any kind of technician, it's like why you want a warranty on your old car? Like
I
you
should
should be
get-
working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
You know?
said
Yeah.
he basically said he could work on his car. He just doesn't have time or doesn't want to or something. So I was just a little confused at the whole situation. So I'm like, man, if you've been a technician, which surely he's been a technician for some amount of time, if he's working on Bentleys, because they have V12s and they have a
Compact
they have a
spaces.
W12s, like
Yeah,
they have
they're
everything.
very
Yeah,
compact
W12.
spaces.
Oh
So-
my gosh, what a complex motor.
Not a
Yeah.
They do have a W12
Mhm.
in the Bentley. So,
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that's
know.
Volkswagen.
that sounds like a lie to me.
But I mean, I don't know.
Obviously, you're not gonna call the guy out. You don't know.
Fun
You
fact.
never-
No, no,
you know,
no.
you never know. But
Yeah.
it's just like it seems
The
like
Bentley's W12 is just 2 Volkswagen VR6s like glued together.
Mhm.
Fun fact.
you see a guy with
It's
like
like
Gorilla
the-
Glue. Oh yeah, this would be great.
The W16 in the Bugatti is God, what are those out of? 2 V8s out of
A plane.
Some
no,
other
I'm just-
Volkswagen
I'm
because
I'm
Volkswagen
literally
It's
owns.
not a
guessing.
plane.
I'm
It's,
literally
it's
guessing.
another like mainstream
Right?
car.
Oh gosh.
I just watched
The whole world,
I
seriously,
just watched the
seriously.
episode of
It's
Top Gear
insane,
the other
man.
day where they the Bugatti had the original, not the Super Sport. The original Bugatti had just come out and they raced it against an airplane. Great episode. Great episode.
It is.
It's like
I've
season
seen it.
7.
Top
Classic.
Gear is legit.
Oh man,
You know what I feel
It's
like?
Classic.
I feel like this past year, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's COVID or everything else. I've gotten out of cars and I feel bad about it.
Yeah, ever since I've gotten rid of pretty much all my car scene stuff, I've gotten pretty distant. So I was actually thinking about the other day. I'm getting the Bug again. Huh?
Yeah, we'll just
I didn't say
keep
anything.
keep going. We'll skip past that. But I mean, I obviously have the E30 and all that stuff. But
I just want something I can drive again. Like
that's my
I
thing.
got my truck and my Mini. My Mini's fun. Like I like it as
Dude,
a daily,
you could
but
set up.
I don't want to put any money into it. I really don't. I would rather, however much money I'm going to spend on whatever on my Mini, I would
Well,
rather just
I'll
put
tell
it
you
into
this.
an account and save up for the actual car that I want.
There was a sweet E30 built already. Everything I want to do to mine, obviously. I'd be super jealous if you got it. Actually, I'd be mad. But $13,000. Buy that. Already ready to go. Turboed, white paint.
How much
looks
have you put
freaking
into
Yeah,
your
good.
car?
me and buying built cars
We'll
don't
get back
work
to
out.
that. Yeah, that's true. But it's an E30.
Get back to
What
it.
does that matter? That
They're
sounds
reliable.
worse.
No,
That
dude,
sounds
E30s
worse.
are freaking awesome.
A turboed, what is it, M20?
Yeah, M20s are.
I'm not saying they're bad. Like, don't get me wrong, but for me and my record, do you know my record?
No, you would buy it.
I
and
can
you'd be like, this
look
turbo
at a
sounds
BMW
cool.
and the head gasket blows.
Yeah. So, anywho,
That's why I'm not a big BMW person.
$8,000 maybe in my car. Is what we're talking
Really?
about total. So
When-
$2,000 to buy it, $2,000 for the turbo. Yeah. Maybe less than $8,000.
What you'll
shoot.
have in your
No,
car?
it wasn't. Hold on. Yeah, probably 8,500.
What you'll have in your car when it's
Yeah.
done?
No,
Or
right now.
now?
Right
Oh,
now, that's
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah. But I mean, just think about it. You're going to go spend $13,000 on this car that you have no idea.
Oh, no, I-
Realistically, you have no idea what's under the hood and
Yeah.
what has been done to it. So you're going
Quality
to
of work.
yeah, you're going to have to put at least $2,000 or $3,000 into it in the first year with whatever goes wrong.
I agree, and I know that
That's why-
I know this is worth it. I'm not saying it's not worth it.
That's
how
why I
much I've
want
spent.
my
It's
that's why I
crazy.
want my next car to be stock and either easily upgradable or and well known to be reliably upgradable, or just stock with the amount of power, the way I want it to look, put an exhaust on it, and that's it.
Call it a day.
Yeah,
Really?
and that's
I mean,
it.
that's kind of my strategy when it comes to buying cars.
Dude,
I
get
bought
it.
my truck brand new. I basically did bolt-ons and a tune, kept it really simple.
Was it a diesel?
No, it was gas. But I sold it for like 2/3 what I bought it for.
Is that good?
Just about 2/3. I had it for I had
Bought
it
it
for,
new.
bought
Oh,
it new, and I had
2/3.
and I had it
Yeah.
for 8 years.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that is
Under
really
100,000
good. That's
miles,
awesome.
perfectly maintained.
Well,
Sold to a private party, and now
8 years and under
I
100,000
definitely-
miles.
I definitely don't want
Wow.
anything new.
multiple. I have 5 cars.
Multiple vehicles.
Yeah, there you go. I definitely don't want anything new, but I want something in pretty much like new condition, which for the car I'm looking at is going to be pretty easy.
Wait,
'cause
hold
you
on.
can
What?
sign 'em.
What car are you looking at?
I mean, I'm looking at C6 ZR1.
Don't get him in
so
trouble.
No. This is a freaking guys podcast.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it is a
Today
goal.
it is.
It is a goal of mine to have one before I'm 30.
Oh, a C6.
C6 ZR1.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They're going up in value.
Oh, no,
and they
that's
will
not good.
continue going up
Yeah,
in
they will.
value.
Yeah, supercharged.
But that is something that is easy enough to work on and
What?
change-
It's an American V8.
It's not
push-
a-
it's,
it's not a
push, it's a
BMW.
push rod
No,
V8.
not at all.
Yeah,
But I
push
just
rod
with
V8 with the supercharger on
with
it.
this with this whole idea of buying a car and slapping whatever you want, like an exhaust on, and that's it. I wouldn't think you'd also want to work on it. I think you would just be like, okay, I'm also going to take it somewhere and get it taken care of.
That's how I am
Yeah,
with
that's-
my
what do you-
current car.
what
Well,
are
you
you
said it's
implying?
easy to work on as if you're going to work on it, right?
Well,
Oh.
cost of labor could be cheap.
yeah, sure.
You still
All
take
right,
it
that's
to your
not
Chevy.
how I
So
took
it's
it.
a
That's not how I
simple,
took it.
it's a
That's all I'm
simple
saying.
enough
That's not how I
car
took
for
it.
me to do the suspension
Oh,
and
right.
bolt-ons and an
Yeah.
exhaust and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. It's
Freaking
but
air ride, dude.
anything for like engine work and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Pretty much any car for engine work. I'm
Toasty
taking
Creations air
taking
ride.
it to somebody.
Shameless plug.
But yeah, that's a car that I could see myself buying, driving 5,000 miles a year.
I've never driven one. I don't know what they're like.
I've never driven one. Actually, I did drive one. Yeah, drove one.
A ZR1?
Yeah,
I've never driven one.
I've never
I've
been
driven
in
a
one of those bad
Z06.
boys.
Yeah.
Which one?
C6 Z06.
C6. I would not.
My stepdad
mind.
had one.
I'm not a huge Corvette fan,
Sweet
just
car.
because I'm not. I can't be. I'm not allowed to be.
Everyone's allowed to be whatever they want.
What?
Okay, it's 2020.
I know I'm upset that.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken rule
Well,
in
we
our
just-
close
we
little
can't
friend
do
group
that. We can't do that.
we're all into very different cars.
Yeah, we gotta keep
we're
it
all
that
into
way.
we're all into all cars. We all appreciate all cars, but as
Right.
far as our personal preference, he's kind of got the German BMW vibe. I'm a huge Corvette fan. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an American muscle fan. I mean I appreciate.
I mean,
Camaros
Corvette is like a-
old
it's-
Camaros.
it's a different- it's a
yeah,
different
I'm
thing.
a huge Corvette
Different
fan.
thing.
It's not a Chevy Corvette.
Have you
It's
seen the
just
new
a
Corvette?
Corvette.
Like, come
Yeah.
on, it's different.
And then our other
Oh,
buddy,
yeah,
our other
it
buddy
is.
Jordan is our JDM guy.
Yeah, he's a
so
JDM
He wants
fanatic.
a S15 or R32
Yeah,
or
he's-
something.
See,
like
that's
that.
the thing is I'm very much into American cars and European cars, but Japanese cars,
You're not into it.
not even a little bit.
See, I can appreciate them.
Do you like
I
drifting
wouldn't
or
say
any
I
of
would
that
never
stuff?
No,
own one.
Motorsports?
not even a little bit.
Oh, okay.
The waste of time and money. I'm a car guy. So
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
wow.
But
all
I
right.
mean, you know how I am.
Sorry,
I have
fans
I
that are
have strong opinions.
Depressing.
But a new turbo
you
for
don't.
your
You
car.
never do
Save
that,
the
man.
tires. Tires need to be saved.
Never do that.
It's a waste of rubber, in my opinion. I'm like an old man.
Yeah.
One of those kids can't even take a turn.
Oh man.
Wow.
But no, I mean I got a Volkswagen Golf, and it's
I had a Golf for a while.
it's super easy to work on,
Yep.
very
The
reliable.
Golfs are pretty cool.
Blue head gasket on mine too. Yeah.
I'm not going to be pushing too much power out of
He
mine.
didn't.
I did.
It was stock.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
yeah, it was bone stock.
Dude,
blue
he
head
has a
gasket.
bad rap. It's weird,
I've-
dude.
My
Three
last 3 cars.
I don't know,
Yep.
man. You never
My,
know what the pre-existing conditions
E46
are,
M3. Well, the M3, the water pump blew, which is common on
Mm-hmm.
an M3. And then, but I was on the highway, and I looked down, and my temperature was pegged. So It could have been 10 seconds, could have been 30 seconds, I don't know. But I immediately shut it off while I was doing 70 miles an hour and then coasted. And then turns out I replaced my water pump, got everything going, and then like a month later, white smoke just starts billowing out of the exhaust. So that was the worst one. What was next? My Golf ended up just, I don't know, somehow gradually blowing a head gasket. And then
You didn't have a truck with it, did
You know
you?
what I did with
engine?
that?
What Golf was it?
It was a 2000. Just a regular.
So
it was 5-speed, but it wasn't a GTI.
Was it a 2.5 or a 2.0 or a 1.8 turbo?
It was not a turbo. 2.0. It was 2.0. Yeah.
2.0
But
slow.
yeah, but, I mean,
Yeah, it was on
for
freaking
sure.
lowering
And it was
springs,
lowered
dude.
and everything. It was
Ooh.
garbage. But I bought it.
Mine's lifted.
I bought
so-
it for $1,200.
Oh, right.
I put 3 oil pans on it because I cracked them. Yep.
Dang.
And then and I sold it. I actually made a profit. Sold it for like $1,850 bucks.
awesome.
Yeah.
After all that.
And the people
Yep.
were happy as a clam.
Oh yeah, I showed them because I put stop leak. I put that really cheesy stuff from O'Reilly's into the coolant, and it seemed to kind of help the head gasket situation. But it had a really bad valve cover leak also, so it like smoked from the engine, from the oil burning. And the dude pops the hood. He's like,
On
"Oh
Mercedes.
yeah, that's no big
Yeah.
deal. I can fix that in no time." And he didn't even haggle or anything. Literally just handed me the money. I'm like, okay. Well, I'll take it.
I'm telling you what,
I
dude.
made like $200 on that car after
That's
I replaced
awesome.
3 oil pans.
Yeah.
By the way, if anybody needs a steel oil pan for a 2000 Volkswagen Golf, I got the hookup.
We do indeed.
That was my
Spread the word.
that was my 4th one that I bought in case it happened again.
Just going all steel.
Never happened again.
I'm pretty sure it's in this warehouse too. So there you go.
It is. It's actually in that,
Boom.
that pot. Yep, that,
Sell it,
that
dude.
box right
Sell
there
it.
in the
You
bottom.
can see it in the
Nice.
camera. We'll zoom in, maybe.
I'm about to get a aluminum skid plate. I think for my.
You are,
yeah.
dude. Heck yeah. What are
For
you?
what?
Oh
For your
my
truck?
gosh.
For some sick jumps. No, my Golf. I sold my truck.
I didn't know. Oh, you sold
So
it.
yeah, all I've got is
Sick jumps in the Golf.
it's
So
an
he's
all
having a
track.
kid-
So it's a
he's
wagon,
having a kid, right? So he
all-wheel
needs to get rid
drive.
of all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes with a plastic skid plate, which is it's really hard. Like
Take a bathroom break.
yeah, it's
Yeah, go
really like thick and durable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like 5 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
It's very very.
I would say
tough
this.
stuff.
You remember the X5?
But the
have you
aluminum
been,
one's
have
the way
you
to
have
go.
you ever worked on one of the old X5s, the first generations?
Yeah.
E53.
Garbage.
The skid plate is thick,
Yeah.
super thick. Wait, do you remember it? Have you ever seen one with the skid plate on it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are missing. It's like thick,
Yeah.
and it's pretty nice. I was actually surprised whenever that came out like that. The isn't it plastic? It is plastic, right?
What
The skid plate on the X5s?
on the new ones?
No, the E53.
Oh, I don't remember.
The one we're talking about. I thought it was plastic. The reason I brought that up because it was like very thick plastic and it worked great. Worked
Yeah,
fine.
now they make them. Now all the belly panels are all fiberglass.
Yeah, well,
Well, they
BMW's
were. I
been
think they
doing that
rechanged
for
it.
a while, right? Because they supposedly it soaks up things,
It does. It soaks up a lot of oil
and
from all
yeah,
the oil leaks that BMWs have.
Most of the time, I'm like, hey, they do this because they can't have any oil leaks on the Autobahn. I don't know.
That's true though.
But it
If they
has to
have
be,
any,
right?
if they have any dripping fluids at all, it's not legal in Germany
Yeah,
because of that reason. Because there's no speed limits, and if they can't have oil slicks on a no speed limit road,
yeah,
that's
that'd be terrible, man.
cautious. But
You'd be
then
screwed.
most Germans routinely maintain their car.
Well,
They're not like Americans when it comes
Yeah.
to treating their stuff. You know.
yeah. Oh, it doesn't last to 100,000 miles without doing anything to it.
Yeah. No.
All-time reasonable dream car, Matt.
All time.
$500,000 or less.
Oh, that's such a
Jeez,
high
dude.
budget.
Yeah, it's huge.
I mean, yeah, but that's like if you hit the small lottery or something like you're reasonable. I'm not talking
Man.
maybe
so
200,000. I don't know.
let's
I
say
don't know.
let's do.
Is that unreasonable? $200,000.
I don't know what the small
200,000.
lottery is. I have no idea.
Yeah, because that cut $200,000 because that cuts out the
Golly.
really high end.
It's so hard as someone who owns so many cars. Like none of my cars are like fantastic or anything. My Golf is probably the most expensive car I have right now. I don't know if I could just pick one. That's tough. For something that
I mean, this is not
Okay.
like your end all be all.
for
like
for under 200K, I'd probably try and find a Yinko Camaro, 1968
oh yeah,
green
Yeah.
Yinko Camaro. That's way
green,
up there.
huh?
Or
What is the Yinko Camaro?
It's
came from the Yinko dealership in somewhere in the Midwest. It's only a few thousand of them.
yeah, they're like
Why
they're
is that
1,000
rare?
horsepower built Camaros from the
So
factory.
Yinko dealership sold these things?
They're essentially a brand new Camaro in 1968. They came with a warranty and everything. They were like were they 1,000 horsepower?
They're probably
or
like 400, but back in 1968,
that's
that'd be like
basically
1,000 today.
Yeah.
Holy crap! So
Yeah.
it's like an Alpina. It used to be.
Yeah,
Not anymore,
basically,
but Alpina.
Yeah.
We sell them.
They
still.
just came out
Did
with
you
a
know
new
that?
one, and isn't that one 1,000 horsepower? Like in 2018, 2019.
Oh
they came
yeah,
out with
yeah,
one
yeah. I think so.
that
It's
was,
probably
like,
just like a
around
ZL1
1,000.
souped up.
Yeah, it came with like
Vinco
big
badges
old,
on it.
big tire,
That's freaking sweet.
big
They're
drag
cool.
tires. And stuff.
Have you
Or-
seen the?
That's pretty cool.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, or
No, you're good.
split window 1964
Uh-oh.
Corvette.
63. is the one.
63?
Yeah.
I should know better. 63 Corvette.
Yep. Do you want to know why they only made them for 1 year?
Because
Oh, you're
I want
gonna
to say it
tell us.
was visibility.
It was
People
visibility.
complain about visibility, but the
Really?
designer
The
wanted
DOT
that.
banned it.
Oh, well, I didn't realize they banned it. I thought it was
DOT
just enough people complained.
No. Well, I mean, that's probably maybe
yeah.
why the
Yes,
DOT
and then
got
they
a
were
hold
like,
of it.
oh, okay,
but
ban
the DOT, it was DOT regulations that they only made it 1
Yeah,
year.
but the Stingray design of that, just like that dorsal fin
yeah.
going all the way down. it's
Classic Stingray. That and
Golly.
those and the C3s.
Golly.
Oh,
Oh, shitsy doodles.
Shucks and doodles, y'all. That's a gorgeous car, though.
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
pretty sick. If I knew what that was,
I would.
Gosh, there's more. Or a 66 GTO.
bro, we're too many dream cars. He
Black.
said one, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I
doing,
can't
man?
just
I mean,
pick one.
realistic-
That's
he
so
can-
hard.
I could get a brand new X7
$200,000,
Alpina.
maybe not the Yenko, but the
Just
other
kidding, I
two, you
wouldn't.
could get both of those for 200 grand.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, so we
Not
can do
the Yenko.
multiples, huh? Wow.
Well, no, not necessarily.
You would just get like a cool, not even, I can't even say cool Toyota. There's no such thing. But you'd probably just get like a 4Runner that's all souped up, huh?
What?
Sorry, I don't.
Nah.
You know, I don't like Japanese cars.
Nah.
I just have to rag
you
on
wanna-
them.
you wanna rat on a little bit?
I actually don't know.
Sucks, dude.
I think we've talked about this before. But
I can't remember what I said.
Yeah, I can't remember what you said either.
I would be like, I think I did talk about this. I would probably just get an E46 M3 that's in pristine or an Alpina E46 M3.
That Laguna Seca that went for 100K 6 months
Maybe,
ago. Did you
but
see
I'm
that?
just saying, like, that's what I would do. I would just get
It
a
was,
regular freaking E46 M3. They're sweet.
2004, I believe. Laguna Seca blue on black, manual, slick top.
Oh,
Like,
996. That's what I said last time.
oh, you did say 996.
That is my dream car. My actual dream car.
Yep.
It's a realistic dream car.
996 what? Like Turbo, S?
All of it.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
but
you have the GTR
996
the
Turbo
GTR2,
S. It would be the 06, 07 model that had the
GT2.
the GT2 sweet, but it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that. It would be just the regular 996. But GT2, 200 grand? Yeah, GT2 for sure.
Yeah, I think the 996 variant of the GT2 goes for, I think, well over.
Oh, really?
200,000. Yeah.
'Cause they've gone up
They're,
in
well, they're
value.
super rare.
I know,
That
dude.
was my dad's all-time favorite.
So
dream
the
car.
regular
that is my
996.
car. If I win the lottery, that is the car I would buy and just put in storage.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
and probably like a.
You would do that to a car? I can't imagine doing that to a car, dude.
Well, I mean,
It's like having a dog and like.
I would
oh,
also
don't
have
want-
other cars I would actually
know?
drive,
It
but
can't
like
be in there.
that
It needs to be
that
free.
holds sentimental value to
Yeah.
me
That's-
because
you're
I
right.
would love to just throw that in one of those little air bubbles and just keep in the garage where I would go look at it while I'm working and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and then it just sits there. I would,
That'd be
I would
cool.
love that.
It'd be cool to have the freaking warehouse where you have everything nice
car-
and shiny, and then you have the cars that are lined up and they don't move.
The car that I would buy,
You know?
to actually drive that's in that same level is a 288 GTO, my favorite Ferrari of all time.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Favorite Ferrari?
yeah.
They're gorgeous cars.
Oh
Those
my
are pretty
gosh,
cool.
that
They
car
really are.
Weird.
That car. They
Um,
taxed that YouTube channel, Tax the Rich, romped on one time. Golly, it's a great video.
Look
I
up
watched
these
it like
cars,
10
man.
times.
Yeah.
We're-
Okay.
we're
So
saying
wait,
all these
what'd you say?
cars, we don't know what
A
we're doing here.
922.
996?
996.
The regular one, not the GT2, because I'm a pleb, and I would have under 200 grand because apparently your stupid laws prohibit. No, I'm just kidding. We talked it out. The 996 Turbo, that's the previous. So the next generation up would be like
mean,
that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like the longer body. That's
Yeah,
still,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That one right. Yep, that your mouse is on. Not that.
Not that
That's
either.
a Ferrari.
Down below.
You want the Porsche?
Yeah,
You-
but that's not.
No,
Yes,
no, no.
but that's not.
It's
it.
not a 996 GTO Ferrari.
What
Okay,
the
because there's a
heck?
GTO Ferrari.
Correct.
250 GTO,
I-
not a 996.
Just 996 Porsche.
We're talking about mine. We're talking about mine
Yeah,
right
talking
now.
about this guys. So
we
take
can't.
out the
Sorry, I don't mean
GTO.
to be like it's mine. It's mine. I mean, like you can talk about
Okay, I got so confused. I was like, why do they call it? I've heard of GTO Ferrari, but I haven't heard
996,
996
911
GTO
Turbo.
Ferrari.
There you go. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Dunsky's brother. Right
You
there.
want to hear a horrible story, Skye? This will literally make
dark
you cry.
gray, dude? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's so sick,
Yeah,
dude.
they're
That's it, dude. That's the one. And
They're
I love
gorgeous
the
cars.
taillights, dude. Oh, I love
Mhm.
everything about it. Honestly, I just love everything about it.
So my dad,
That's sick.
I think it was when he was in college, had a 911,
Yeah.
a Porsche 911, and the girl he was dating at the time did not like it because it probably rode like a stagecoach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he traded it in
And
for
she
a
probably couldn't fit her
944.
purse in the trunk.
That's true.
Oh.
Doesn't that just make you want to cry?
Yeah.
And
Dude.
slap my dad at the same time? Like, what,
Oh, yeah.
what were you thinking?
So many stories like that. My
Yeah.
uncle had a 64 and a half Mustang, and got rid
Telling
of
you,
it.
dude. Things you do for women,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was. I mean, he didn't get married until he was almost 40, so I doubt it was that.
wasn't for women?
But
Okay.
I don't know why he sold it.
Dude, did you hear? So one of our friends, Josh Timo, right? One of my best friends, one of our best friends growing up, he was in our friend group in high school and stuff like that. His grandparents just gave him a 73 Chevy Nova that they've
He did not tell me that. I just
kept
talked to him the other day.
in storage for a long time
Whoa.
because his grandparents are moving because of COVID and all that stuff. They're kind of,
Oh.
they're pretty
Oh, wait a
old.
minute.
They're moving them from California because California sucks anyway. They're moving them from there to Michigan where Josh lives, and he was like, "Yeah, they're going to give it to me." I was like,
Whoa.
That's crazy.
so that's a car that'll be sentimental. I was like, you
Oh,
might
yeah.
keep that
Yeah.
and not,
Dude, never,
like, not drive it that
never
much.
Sell that.
Or
Well,
sell it.
Yeah, probably
Or
because you
sell
don't
it.
want to because it'll break down all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably will.
My granddad's
Yeah,
got
and
a.
Josh does not take care of
Hey,
his
so
cars, by
look
the way.
up
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Josh.
288 GTO.
I
That's
hate
the one
these
you were
guys
trying
are
to
Okay.
roasting you, but you don't. So yeah, look up the next Ferrari.
He doesn't. It's a fact.
Funny.
He knows.
Another funny story. My grandma had a '66 GTO black, fully loaded, and they sold it when gas hit 50 cents a gallon.
Ouch. Wow.
I almost wanted to sell my E46 M3 because of the gas in Washington State.
Well, that
So
you
expensive.
own that. You own that thing right in like when in the Obama years when it hit
Yeah.
like premium was
It's
I
like
think
$4,
I paid
dude.
I paid $4 a gallon twice in my second vet.
in Texas, right?
In
And So
Texas.
in Washington State, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's getting
Yeah,
it's
most
getting
of, most of
crazy,
the time
and
I
was like,
paid
man.
most of the time I paid like 380, 375, something like that.
And so here I
yeah,
am.
dude. Oh my gosh.
At
And those
least
are super rare.
You
I think-
it's so weird, man. I like
Yeah.
it. Don't get me wrong, but
Oh, they're super. So they
did
were.
you do the yellow? Is that yellow headlights there? Is that what that is?
No, well, they're pop-up headlights.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, you can't. Okay.
Yeah,
I always
dude.
point, but you can't see me pointing.
No, I can't.
Yeah, that's
Those
sweet.
cars are
With
incredible.
the yellowish, that looks sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
Man, dude.
These cars are incredible.
Put a light bar on it, bro. Yeah. Oh, put some underglow there.
Easy Angel.
All right, cool.
We got our work. that does
Dynamic
that.
Auto
Little
Works, brother.
great car he does.
Yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. It's his thing.
Yeah,
He has a
those
lot
are
of people
sweet.
that want stuff done to their car like that.
That's
so
true.
I guess
Yeah.
it's whatever, right?
He gets all the side work. So
I'm over here doing freaking yeah, whatever. Anyway, so what's the next one? Yours. Pull up your
so
dream
I was gonna
stir.
say
Oh, the Yanko.
your dreamsicle.
my granddad actually has this car. I'm trying to buy it from him as soon as I can.
Well, this isn't your dream car.
It is a dream car of mine.
What is it?
Okay, first. Okay, all right.
Hold on.
I'm in such. Oh, okay. SL55. Yeah.
Oh.
I was in such suspense there. I had no idea what he was typing.
I'll try to keep it vague. Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. He's got those 5 spokes too. I'm a big 5-spoke guy.
Classic Mercedes.
That's your dream car.
It's a-
Not classic as an
a
old,
dream
but like
car?
Pretty
that's
awesome 5.0
looks-
I'm
supercharged
not saying
V8.
those are
Yeah,
pretty
those are
sweet.
sweet.
Hold on, those are pretty sweet. You know what I like better? Those
But-
rims. Those rims on
Dude.
your left of the mouse. Left of
Here?
the mouse. Nope. To the right of the mouse. That one. Nope. Middle picture. You know what I'm trying to do.
Oh.
There you go, buddy. I don't like you right now. I
He,
really don't.
he was trying to point me when I picked out my Mini. I actually prefer the wheels I have on my Mini to other wheels that Mini and Cooper offered, and he was trying to get me these.
What's your year model?
really
2006?
2008.
2008?
Boom.
Okay, before we do that,
Girly
though.
looking stuff.
Boom with the red
Oh,
wall
dude.
tires.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's exactly what I want without the stripe on the front.
Really?
I think that's a Yinko installed option, but I don't like it that much. But the 427 big block, red.
The black stripe on the right looks really good.
Those do look sweet. I like the hood, man. Those
Yeah.
nostrils are
They
like,
look
they
sweet.
want to freaking eat you.
Mm,
That's pretty cool. Oh,
good
yeah?
stuff.
Is it tasty?
that's too green.
You know what,
That
though?
is not.
Oh, my God.
But it is green though. You said green. You didn't specify.
Forest
yeah.
green.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forest
that green. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
And
did
then-
not.
God.
I'm kind of colorblind. I didn't realize that was green. TBH.
Go up to the next picture.
it was
That's
black.
forest green in the sunlight.
This one?
Yeah, forest green in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Or is that blue?
That's forest green in the
Yeah,
sunlight.
forest green in
It's
the
like,
sunlight.
That's like California sun. It's really bright.
What?
I like the headlight
That might
covers,
be blue, honestly.
but
Headlight
I think,
covers are sweet.
Yeah.
I think that's an
Yeah.
SS.
Kind of a must.
That's
in my
sweet
opinion,
though,
on the
dude.
Classic
And
Camaro.
honestly, I'm too modernized. I would like, Man.
They're vacuum actuated too, so
It just looking at it makes me want to like put coilovers on it, lower it, make it look freaking sweet.
Have
with
you ever
wheels.
seen? I saw it a 1985
You know?
Corvette. That was my first vet.
I feel
and
bad for that.
Ooh.
the flip-up headlights are
Yeah.
like the craziest contraption.
Don't they
you've
like
ever seen.
swirl
so
up
they're,
like that?
So they're upside down.
Yeah.
And they completely have to flip over,
yeah.
and it's watching it is really weird because
Yeah.
they also have the cover that has to come back and like transform around it. It's really weird to watch. They
Crazy
broke
engineering.
all the time.
They were cool looking.
Yeah,
to,
you
like,
see them with like
actuate.
one stuck up and one stuck down.
one
Yeah.
stuck
all the
up.
time.
Every now and then I have to go like either lift one up or put it down or something like that. And it
Like the
was-
Miata
it's kinda
guys?
annoying, but it looks sweet.
Was that the one with the I don't know Corvettes as well, obviously, since I don't know the year of the split window. But the clamshell hood where it has like the completely exposed tire when you open the
yes,
hood.
that's C4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty sexy. You
It's
could
pretty
see the
sweet.
entire thing.
It's pretty
Yeah, the
sweet.
hood weighed like 200, probably 150 pounds realistically.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's all
pretty
fiberglass, though.
But the
It's so weird
the
how you sit in the
headlights were
cockpit-
separate.
cockpit,
so
too.
when you would flip up the hood, the headlights were exactly where they stayed.
Yeah.
So you saw everything was attached to the hood except for
That's
the
so
headlights.
funny.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was
What'd you
pretty
say,
cool.
88?
And you like sit in it.
My vet?
Yeah.
85. But they're all the same. Yep, this was
My fingers are cold, so I can't type at all.
this was the car that I told my parents at the beginning of senior year that I would own a Corvette before I graduated high school, and
Yeah.
I missed it by 1 month.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
That whole wheel well like situation with the weather stripping
completes it.
Oh my gosh, I love
Are
it.
you at half
That's
mast right now?
So
It's like-
awesome. yeah.
Oh, wow.
I guess
half
I guess
sure.
I guess I was wrong. The headlights it looks funny because they point back at you.
Yeah. You're like, wait,
but they are attached to the hood. I guess
those aren't on correctly.
right.
They're facing the wrong
Yeah.
way.
And
that
that
just
is
looks so
that was the most difficult battery change because the battery is it's behind the driver's rear tire, way up under the hood, or driver's front tire. Sorry, way up under into that like tub.
This?
Yep, right there. It's like way
Oh
down in
my
there.
gosh.
For a Chevy GM product, it was the most difficult battery change.
Pull the engine to change the battery.
Almost had to take the tire off essentially.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
sweet.
that was sweet. It was so nostalgic taking the top off my Aviators, the 4+3 with overdrive
I
transmission.
bet people were like, "Is that Tom Cruise?"
I wouldn't
That
be
guy looks like
surprised,
Tom
dude.
Cruise.
Everyone says that, dude. Like, he's oh my gosh. I'm like, yeah, it's him. It's him. That's the guy.
Autographs aplenty.
No, it was a sweet car though.
That's sweet.
Mine had a
Dang, dude.
spoiler, had a big old wang.
Big
Missing
old
all these
wang.
freaking.
I got a
sick
big old
cars,
wang.
dude.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah,
It's too easy.
You're riding at half mast right now too.
We're all white. Just make sure we all know. All right. Well, that's dope, dude. I was
Yeah,
gonna go into something else
pretty.
earlier. What else was I gonna go into? I don't know. There was some other car I wanted to bring up. Oh,
be there,
a
buddy.
'69 Camaro. That's like freaking like yeah, like it's on Fast and Furious. It's like done up and stuff.
That's
It's like
Challenger.
lowered and
It's Challenger. Dom's car?
no, not Dom's car.
They
his
didn't have
would
a,
actually be
he
a
had
Barracuda.
GTO. Or was it a Barracuda?
Yeah, it was a Barracuda.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
the
it, like,
gray. The gray. I'm talking about the
something
gray one. I like one of the newest Fast and Furious. The stupid Fast and Furiouses, but it was
Oh,
like a cool
I
car.
haven't seen this in forever.
I'm just gonna say
Yeah, slammed.
Slammed.
There it is, dude. Oh,
these are
that's-
pretty.
You like that?
See,
Yeah,
actually,
I think
glad
that
you like
actually looks
that.
really
I was
good.
gonna say,
I'm coming on like I'm coming to terms with it.
have you seen the the C2 Corvette Pro mods? Type in like a C2 Corvette Pro
6'2".
mod.
Whoa.
What are you doing? For adult.
Look at me,
cover,
dude.
Cover your eyes.
Why is
Oh,
that
wow.
my picture? Why is that?
I accidentally Google searched your image. Sorry, I was reverse catfishing. Does anybody watch that show besides me?
Reverse catfish?
no, what's that?
No, Catfish,
No.
MTV.
You
Nah.
watch that?
Moving
you watch,
on.
You watch
Moving
MTV,
on.
dude?
Yeah.
I don't
watch
watch
cable,
MTV.
bro?
Sierra
Gosh.
watches it, and I happen to entertain it with
You
her.
still have cable? What's up, guys? This is Skye again. So the thing is that I have some Patreons, and what that means is they actually provide me support in the form of money, and I am able to do some things with that money, say more podcasts, better uploading features, and better equipment, even that. So with that said, if you want to support us, that would be amazeballs, and you go to patreon.com/the Toasty Podcast. You know what? Let me make sure that's correct. Patreon.com/Toasty Podcast. There's no the there. It's just a Toasty Podcast. Anyway, the rest of this episode can be found there with our Patreons. Our very own dedicated listeners will hear it. And there's about an hour and like 15 minutes, bro, left. So enjoy. And for everyone else out there, if you don't want to pay me, I totally understand, because I'm not sure I would either. I'm just a chode muffin. All right, guys, stay toasty.